Good morning. I have the 914 in the old workshop today because I've been waiting for a part to come in for quite a while, and I want to add that part on and pretty the car up a bit. This starts a couple of years ago. I've got a 73 914 2.0, and I've been working on it on and off for the past few years, cleaning things up, reupholstering, doing different things. But a couple of years ago, 914 Rubber came out with a replacement dashboard for the car. In fact, I think I was one of the first guys to actually get one of these, and I posted a small video on how to install it. As you can see, for the last 2 years I've kept the dash covered. I do that all the time, even though it's not cracked. It's a beautiful dash, no cracks whatsoever. But ever since we put in this dash, I've been kind of bothering the guys at 914 Rubber, trying to get them to produce the one part of the car that actually cracks more than the dashboard does, and that would be the roll bar pad. Now you can see there's a small crack at the corner here. There's a crack right there. You know, they all do that. The biggest problem we have is you can see how the vinyl, if you've ever taken a roof off your 914, and virtually every 914's ever had, always has had the target top off at one time or another, and otherwise what's the sense? But if you've taken the target top off and these things get exposed to the sun, especially after 40 years, they blister, they start to peel up. And so we've got a brand new part out that was actually, I don't know who made it, but it's available through both Auto Atlanta and 914 Rubber. And we're going to pull this piece off here today, and we're going to do a comparison of the two parts and see how the new one looks after we put it in. This is not necessarily going to be an instructional video on how to take this off. Pretty much it's idiot proof. Anybody can do it. You've got some little clips here, some little tabs. You can either use a fingernail or a thin knife. Pull those tabs out, and a little hole in there. Pull my fingernails off. Anyway, you pull those out, nothing to it, like that. Some small screws, Phillips screws. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever, 6 or 7, and then there's about the same amount of that underneath. So we're going to pull that out, lay the two pieces side by side on the bench, and look them over. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. All right, this didn't start out to be a tutorial, but it looks like it's going to end up that way, because that roll bar pad's actually a little bit more of a pain in the ass to take off than it first appears. I've had it off before, but it's been years. So obviously you got to take the screws out in the front. You may not necessarily have to get each screw out of there. They're really a bear to get out because they're down inside a hole surrounded by foam. The ones underneath, though, absolutely have to come out. They're much easier because the padding's not as thick there. But just like any other VW product, and the 914 basically is a VW design, you know, made in VW factory or whatever. But anyway, like pretty much any other VW product I've ever worked on, to get anything off, something else has to come off first. And of course, whatever has to come off first, there's always something before that that needs to come off. So as it turns out, we've got a section here where the hook hooks the targa. We've got a little lever under here which tightens it down. These have to be in the proper position. The hook's going to have to be up as you pull, and you're going to have to pull the handle down. So this unit has to come out and down. In order to get it down, you have to at least get one of these side pieces off from the inside of the roll bar. That's going to be a screw here. There's a rubberized coat hook here. You can kind of pry up at the bottom and it'll pop off of a bracket. You take that screw out, and you have to take the seat belt, the shoulder harness bolt out. That's a 17 millimeter. And to get that out, the back pad really should come out. Now mine happens to be a little bit loose here, and I was able to pull it enough without really harming anything to be able to pull this pad out and then forward and get it out. That in turn will let me pull, I believe, the pad out. We'll take this hook, we'll pull it up. You can see we can pull that forward now since the hook is up. We'll go around the other side. that hook is already off. There's a little C-clip or something that appeared to be missing on that, so I'll have to replace that. And out and down, and it's out. Now let's go put them on the bench and do some comparison. Okay, let's begin the comparison. First of all, I bought the unit from 914 Rubber. Now 914 Rubber doesn't actually produce this, and I did have a lot of questions about it, so I called them up. And Mark Whitesell had looked this over and personally said that the part he thought was a very good quality, so that's good enough for me. Auto Atlanta also sells the product. They sell it for the exact same price, but they had no information on their website, and I didn't really call them and talk to them a lot about it. I'm used to dealing with 914 Rubber because I bought a lot of stuff from them, and I don't think I've ever gotten anything from 914 Rubber that I didn't, once I got it, that I didn't consider it actually better than the original factory part. So they stood behind it. I'm sure it's good. Now, the first thing is, like I said, it was packed well, it was wrapped well. I noticed that it came with a package of these plastic clips, which I guess are beauty clips. This is the original 914 clip. It's a hard plastic. It does have a grain of some sort to it, which you can't really see because they're so small. This is the 914 rubber clip, or rubber cover, which is actually more of a rubberized thing than a hard plastic. And this, as you can see, is the plastic cover, scutcheon, whatever you want to call it, that came with the new roll bar pad. It's larger than the other two. However, it doesn't fit. The hole here is smaller than the holes inside the roll bar pad, so if you try to pop this in, it just falls out. So it's basically worthless. So you're going to have to go back with either the 914 Rubber, or hopefully you still have some of the originals, and once you get the screws in, you can cover them up with that. Now let's get to the actual piece here. This is, I've got to take this out. I'm sure there's a couple of screws right there, and this is a little bit of a cover that goes over the top catch, fits in there. You can see the screw still stuck in here. You can see that this is a metal frame. This is the original piece, but you can see that it's also blistered up here, and it is cracked. Now, this piece here, as far as I can tell, it feels kind of rubberized in here, but what I'm actually thinking is even though you see the rubber, you can't really tell here in this video, you can see that this is peeling up, and this is more of a foam that is vacuum molded with a vinyl over it, and then heat shrunk onto this. And obviously, back in the 70s when they did this type of stuff, it all cracked. There's cracks there forming, there's crack there forming, cracks around all the holes, and it is peeling. Even though it is in a metal frame, so it's peeling, and I haven't yet to see a 914 that didn't have this issue. Maybe in very cold climates, but out here in California, you take that top off, you better expect this right away. Now, Chevrolet did the same thing with their dashboards. I know I had a 78 Camaro that used to peel up like this, and we replaced that dashboard when we restored the car for my son with a rubberized dashboard that just couldn't be destroyed. So here's the new one. The very first thing I noticed is it's incredibly heavier than the original, more than twice the weight. But I don't think it's made exactly the same. If there is metal in there, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's more of a hard plastic, rubberized plastic. And it's basically, it's going to hold its form. So that's probably why all the extra weight. There's a lot more material in this, or plastic weight. Okay, the original, you can't really see. I don't know if I can zoom in on it. You can see that the original has more of a leathery style grain to it. The replacement is more of a speckle finish. However, if we go back over here and we look, obviously the leather in the car, all these things here have the leathery style grain to it. The sailcloth is more of the speckly. So to me, if you had the speckly here and the leather here, I think that's more noticeable than having what looks like an extension of the sailcloth right over it. Just the speckly and the speckly. Okay, it's not going to pass concourse, but for guys like me who don't want to show their car, they want to drive their car, you know, who gives a rat's patoot? Besides, the fact is if the target top's on, you're never going to see it. And if the target top's off, it's less likely to do this because it's all solid product. There's really nothing to peel here. I guess if it, some of the summers that we have that are 120 plus degrees, maybe there might be a little bit of warpage, but if this is in the channel and stuff, I think it should hold pretty straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put her back on now. We'll take a look at it and see how the fit and finish is. As stated, yeah, if you're really an anal collector and you really want your car to be show-worthy, you know, if you're worried about concourse points and everything, you may want to try to find a replacement, original replacement. I don't think you're going to do it. The only other offer that I could see, or the only other option that I could see, is there's a place in Los Angeles called Just Dashes. And they're very expensive, plus you got to pay shipping both ways and stuff. And they will strip this down, refoam it, and revinyl shrink it, and make it look like new. Then again, summer heat, you're probably going to have the same issue again. So we're going to get this piece installed. We'll take a look and see how it looks when it's completed. For now, I think it's an excellent piece. It's not going to peel up on the edges. We've still got the room to put all the beauty pieces in right there. I don't think it's going to look that much different than the original once it's in. I mean, unless you're going to really get up to this with a fine-tooth comb and a magnifying glass, I don't think there's any reason to be dissatisfied with this piece. So let's get her in. We'll come back. Okay, here's the first issue that I've run into. The plastic pieces that go around the hook that holds the target top down, those have to be replaced. There's a screw in each side. Now, I did find out that there is definitely some kind of metal inside the new roll bar pad, because even though there's an indentation here where the screws go, there is no hole here, and you have to drill a really small hole, and there is metal back there. I've seen shavings come out. So you have to hold this in place, very carefully drill a hole for the screw, and then you can place the screws in, bearing in mind there is metal behind there. Okay, the installation is completed, and I thought I'd bring the car out here in the sunlight where you can see it a little bit better. As you can see, the fit is pretty tight. Seems to be level all the way across, so it's got a good finish to it. The buttons that came, the plugs that came with the unit, don't fit. They fall right out. There was 6 of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I think there's 6, and there's 7 holes in the front. So I don't know what they were for. They're kind of useless. They didn't really fit in the front. I found that the original plugs fit the best, so I put all the original plugs back in. And underneath, none of the plugs would fit. They all fell out. So then again, it's underneath. So frankly, I think the unit, the roll bar pad looks excellent. It looks probably more like what you would see on a vehicle that was manufactured currently. So it is a hard rubber. It is a little bit, you know, squishy, but it's an injection molded rubber. I don't think I'm going to have any problem with it. Like I said, you can get these through, the other thing that I would say is when you are putting this back on and you put the screws in, I would suggest don't tighten the screws all the way up as you go. Start from the center, work your way out. Most of the holes lined up. There were a couple of holes that I had to use an awl to kind of guide the, you know, line the hole up a little bit. You might have one of those with you. It'd be good to have an awl and a flashlight so you can see in and tell if you're lying, you know, near the hole or not. But I'd start from the center, pretty much get the screws in. Once you've got them all, you know, in a little bit, you know, and threaded, then go ahead and tighten them down as you finish. Now, as I said, this piece is available through both Auto Atlanta and 914rubber.com. When I talked to the people a couple of years ago originally, they had talked about that they were going to manufacture one of their own that would be more in line with the leather grain so that it would pass concourse. I haven't seen them produce it yet, and frankly, I wouldn't hold my breath on that. I can't see 914 Rubber coming out with one, since they've already are selling this, and they have stated that if they come out with something, it will be concourse correct, but it'll also be more expensive. I kind of feel that most 914 owners out there, or the majority of them out there, are going to be like me and just want a nice piece that looks good, that it's not obvious that it's some kind of aftermarket thing, and so that people can enjoy their cars and it doesn't look like it's cracked and torn up. So anyway, I appreciate your time for the day. I know my video skills are very lacking, and I know that I ramble on a lot, but then again, this particular video was not made for the purpose of being some kind of, you know, show video thing. It's basically to share some information with fellow 914 enthusiasts. I hope it's been some help to you, and I hope you get as much pleasure out of your 914 as I get out of mine. So with that being said, I guess that's going to do it. Y'all have a great day.